For over a week, Christiane has not known where her son, 6-year-old Jamal Alexander, is. She can barely hold back her tears. Jamal's father, Abdullah Suleiman, this is an older photo of the two of them, spent time with him last Wednesday. It was not alone, but rather in the form of supervised visitation. And yet, he still managed to disappear with the boy.
Where Jamal could possibly be, and I have also since last Wednesday. Not been able to make any contact with him at all. I am afraid that he, of course.
Since June 17th, the police have been searching for the child and the father.
The father and son were at a meeting this Wednesday morning, accompanied by an official, and in the course of this visit, in the course of this meeting, the father then disappeared with his son in an unidentified vehicle.
Police have searched the Schengen area for the child since last week with border check powers. So far, no results. The 35-year-old had long warned that the father would kidnap their child. Her lawyers are also aware of this. Almost 3 years ago, Abdullah Suleiman had already taken his son to Egypt once without her knowledge. The father planned to return him at 6.
Return. And then at 6 o'clock in the evening, I received the news that he and the child were no longer in Europe, but had gone to the Orient. I naturally went to the criminal police, who then discovered that the child's father had taken a flight from Frankfurt Airport to the city of Cairo.
Bring him to me. Christiane travels to Cairo and actually succeeds in finding Jamal with the local authorities and bringing him back to Germany. What she simply cannot comprehend is that the criminal proceedings against the father have still not been opened before the district court.
And things got even worse. In 2025, the district court then, in Weimar, allowed for unsupervised visitation, even with overnight weekend stays. And I said no. I will not allow that.
At the very least, only supervised visitation. However, Christiane was certain that her ex would try to abduct the child again. Lawyers kept presenting evidence about finding him in Egypt and the authorities' intervention, with no success.
The decisions that were ultimately reached were diametrically wrong. On the 17th of June, the situation naturally escalated in that the father of the child just went ahead and snatched the boy.
The supervisor could not react quickly.
Every single year in Germany, over 200 children are taken abroad by one of their parents, and the true number is much higher. There is actually an agreement in place for these cases to ensure children can return home quickly without lengthy legal proceedings. More than 100 countries worldwide are part of the treaty, but especially countries in the Arab region and in Africa are not. Abdullah Suleiman is Syrian, his family well connected. Christiane fears he might have already taken their son there.
Naturally, I am making an appeal to the father's close circle, because the child is now likely being traumatized for the second time. And I do not know why one would have to break a child at such a young age simply out of purely selfish motives.
The police are making an appeal to the father, and Christiane is not giving up hope.